This is why I think investing in stocks is a bad idea unless you're already wealthy. So let's say that, you're either in survival mode financially or you've just gotten out of there and you want to start growing, right? Now, here's the logic I find with stocks. So if you invest in stocks, right? You're investing in shares, you're investing in companies with the hope of getting a return. You're buying shares, buying a share in hope that potentially you could sell it later or build a portfolio, things like that. Now, let's play this out. If you invest in stocks, there's really two main outcomes that can happen. One is the stocks increase in value, and then if you cash out obviously at the right time and all that good stuff, you make cash. That's the positive outcome. Sounds pretty good, right? But the thing is with life is that you can win and sometimes you can lose. So the second option is what happens is, let's say you lose cash. So maybe your stocks devalue. Maybe you sell them at a lower price that you bought them for. Or maybe, maybe the company just goes down and you lose everything. So they're the two outcomes that can really happen. Now, after this, there's really not much more. Yeah, my financial advisor can move across portfolios and things like that. Look, if you're at that level, this video probably isn't for you. This is more like, if you've got a couple of grand or something like that, this is what's really probably going to happen if you invest in stocks. Now, what else can you do with that money? What's an alternative to stocks? What about investing in skills? So as an example, maybe you can invest in a course to learn, I don't know, cybersecurity. Apparently that's an industry that's kind of booming. People are learning courses. There's, they're getting placements for jobs paying over 120K or maybe 120K, something like that. And then, they invest a little bit in that as an example. So let's play this out. Let's say you invest in skills, whether it's a program, knowledge you could say as well, something that you can learn, that you can apply, that's valuable, and therefore gets you paid. So if you invest in skills, let's look at the best outcome. Option one, scenario one, the best outcome. Sorry if you can't really read it. I'm still trying to get the lighting, and also my handwriting's not good. But if you learn, well, the good thing, let me rephrase that. Let's start again. With option one where you win, you're always going to learn, provided you put in the time and effort, right? If you invest in something, you're going to learn it. And in the really good scenario, let's say you're making cash straight away from the get-go. So let's say you invest in that cybersecurity course and 12 months later, they get you a placement, boom. You're making 100K plus, great. Let's say you invest, like what I've done as one of my side businesses, in a digital marketing agency course, how to learn that, how to run the ads, how to get clients, things like that. And then you start making cash straight away. Great. Let's say now, option two, let's say, look again, the best outcome doesn't always happen. In fact, it usually doesn't happen. So let's look at the more negative outcome. So what happens in the negative outcome if you lose, so to speak? Well, really, unless you don't put in any time or effort, you're going to learn something. You're going to learn something off the bat. So that's almost guaranteed. So can you see what I'm saying? Can we see what I'm saying here? Already, stocks, no guaranteed positive outcome. The possibility of losing everything. Skills, guarantee of coming out with something good. So you're already managing your risk in terms of you're managing your potential losses. Now, let's say you did lose cash. So as an example, you invested in a cybersecurity course, something happened, and maybe you didn't get a placement straight away. What happens then? Well, what you could do is you can take those skills and maybe start your own business, become a subcontractor, get hired later down the track. You can take these skills that you learned to later make cash. Maybe, you invest in a course or a program that teaches you how to run a digital marketing agency, how to get that off the ground. Maybe in the first 6 months, you didn't actually recoup that investment for whatever reason. But you're learning, you're getting something, and then eventually you can use that skill to make cash. Or what I love, one of my favorite concepts, is just like you can build a stock portfolio where you keep investing in different stocks. That's terrible writing, but, which you could be losing. I don't like things that I could lose everything as a general rule. So what I could do a skill stack. This is going downward, but invest in another skill, which again has this same possibility. It's getting a bit messy there, but the same possibility. Option one, you learn, guaranteed benefit, and potentially make money from it or more money from it straight away. Or the lesser outcome, you still learn, and you don't get money straight away. But when I stack this bad boy again, I'm making cash. And if I stack in another skill, and I'm just putting everything in my favor, I just keep increasing my chances of making more cash. That's not the same with stocks. If I keep buying more and more stocks, I'm not increasing my chances of making money because all of them are isolated. So all my stocks could lose money. And then if I lose and I cash out, let's say, or not cash out, I sell out while the stocks are down, or I lose it all. After that, I've got nothing. I've got nothing that I can use to start making more cash. So I would argue that stocks, again, this isn't, if you made millions of dollars already and you're like, oh, I put a bit of money in my stocks, great, sure. But if you know, maybe you got a couple grand, 10, maybe 5, 10, 15K or something like that, or heck, maybe you don't even have that much yet and you'd have to potentially go into debt or something, or do a bit of DoorDash to scrounge up some money, to excess money that you can afford. If you invest in skills, you're guaranteeing that you'll get something out of it. And you can use these skills for the rest of your life. With your stocks, once that's depleted, once you sell them for less than you bought them for, or even if you sold them for more than you bought them for, you make a cash out. After that, you got nothing else. You can't get any more value from that. But if you just keep investing in skills, when you invest in this skill one time, you can cash in on that multiple times. Because you just keep cashing on it. You keep using that to make more money. You keep using that to, whether it's get a promotion, to start a business. You keep using that. You keep stacking skills on top of each other. So I would argue that this is a much less risky investment, investing in skills, than stocks, and with a lot more upside. Cool. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you have some thoughts, if you disagree, oh, Matt, I invest in stocks, I made lots of money, share your story. Maybe you invested in stocks and lost a lot of money. If you're brave enough, you can share that story as well. Maybe you've done both and you can compare. Cool. Hope this video is useful. See you next time. Ta.